All right, good morning. Welcome to another morning broadcast. We are uh, at the end of January, first month of 2026, and uh, really good trading this month compared to the previous two. Saw the small cap market heat back up, offer a lot of opportunities, a lot more opportunities, and it's just been very interesting. A lot of the news that's been coming out. So we'll jump into some of that, and then we'll get into individual names. All right. So the Qs in the SPY, they moved back up towards the top of the range here that's been created, and the strongest, most obvious asset in the market has been commodities. Right. So we've just seen silver just blasting up. When it comes to SPY Qs. We'll just continue to look for those names that have relative strength or weakness, and we'll look to extract what we can from them. As long as we stay in this range, we'll probably see sort of like this K shape going on, where we have like some names have just been on a downtrend consistently. Some of those AI related tech names they reversed, and they've just been sort of like bottoming out here, and then others like related to commodities, and some that have like individual, deals and earnings have been on the rise. All right, so let's jump right into. We'll talk about a few themes, and then we'll get into individual stocks. Let me know in the chat what you want me to take a look at as usual, and I will do my best to give commentary. Good morning as you're coming in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I should be starting the small account challenge this week. I have an email from CMEG. They just processing the money. I'm going to drop it in Discord. That'll be exciting. Silver has been a big topic of discussion because it's just way overextended, and it's just been running. We had some people that tried to catch the short and got blown out, and I mean, understandably, it's understandable because you normally just don't have a chart like this on a commodity instrument, so it's understandable to try to catch the short early, but I think that it's just been proven to continue to gap. And if you're trading stocks and you want to trade commodities, like stocks, commodities, indices, they all trade a little bit differently. So just kind of understanding, that is very important if you're trying to trade silver. We have some in the group that are on the short side, but it's setting up. It's going to be setting up for something, a nice short. But you don't have to be one of the first in. Okay, you don't have to be one of the first in. It's just been interesting. It's been interesting to watch because we've been it's just been in play on our game list almost just every day for the past like few months, and it's just continuing to rise. There's a lot more that I'm not going to get into, particularly that's related to silver, but we'll see a lot of these mining companies, commodity related equities that are rising as well. You see some of them on the scan like PLG and a few others. So just understand that those stocks are rising with silver. So some of those, if you want to, and they may outrun silver as well. I'll have to break that down a little bit later too. All right, so that's in play. That theme is in play, and anything related to mining silver or gold, if it's on the scan and it's moving, it has volume, then we'll take a look at it. Okay. All right. Yeah. CRWV. I saw that Nvidia invested money into the company, so that's going to be big. I'll jump right into that as well pretty soon. All right. So fresh news. Let's talk fresh news. So CRWV. That's a great one to start with. Nvidia higher priced. So yeah. All right. So we see the pop here. On news, CoreWeave stocks soars as Nvidia makes a fresh bet on the company. I think it was $2 billion. So that one just popped. Fresh news, and it's active now. Okay, so if it's within your wheelhouse, then it's definitely in play today. All right, so that's a fresh news name. All right, let's look at USAR and CRML. So USAR and CRML, USAR was at the top of the scan, one of the top names on the scan because of the rare earth. The government invests in critical minerals, expected to continue. So the investment by the government. So there's another milestone that was crossed in funding, and that is what's driving a lot of that the rare earth move that we traded last year in October. So we got into trading USAR. It rallied, eventually pulled back. So we saw a gap up from Friday out of this from this resistance level, and it could be continuation there. We also saw this on CRML. Saw movement last earlier this month. It's been rallying here. Yep. So since the start of the month, it's been bullish. Been having a bullish bias on it, and it's been in our game plan several days. So this one is also on watch as well. Yep. So this is fresh news related to the U.S. government policies and investment into critical minerals. All right, so we saw the pop, pull back. It's below VWAP. If we get above VWAP, then we may continue. All right, good morning, Latif. Got you. I got you. We'll talk about that. All right. I got you. Let me see. All right, let's talk about space names real quick. So space names have been hot due to the Golden Dome, and Canada is opposing that. So there's some these stocks have been sort of like rallying, and then it's just depending on how the news that comes out. We'll see how they move, but ASTS was the strongest of the bunch. So I'm gonna keep a watch on these because they've been breaking levels, and then we have this dip, strong recovery back to the upside here, and then now we're sitting on support. So we'll see if what type of volume comes in there. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Intel. Yeah. So Intel, we had some killer moves on Intel this month. Intel was paying us out and rallying higher highs and higher lows. And then we had this steep drop there on earnings coming out post-market Thursday, continuation to the downside Friday. And it's kind of steep here, this drop. So I'm just going to keep a watch on it to see how. I mean, we need some dips, right? We're gonna rally, and then if we have that strong move, we break several higher time frame levels in a shorter period of time. Then it's going to be interesting to see if we have sort of like a rubber band snapback, or we have some good news that reignites that move. So I'll be looking at Intel. Get some really good moves there. All right, let's jump into the chat. SKYT acquisition by IonQ, gapped up 8% pre-market, but has been falling last 3 or 4 sessions. I see. I think that, like, if we look at quantum, I think SKYT is a good bet, right? It's a good name to look at contextually, the quantum names have been, I have seen a lot of pressure. But when money rotates back and we get another rally, that's probably when we'll see that SKYT move really take off. Right? So I think the variables line up contextually. Or the variables, the hard variables line up. Fresh news, the gap up. But contextually, there's a lot of pressure. We've been watching RGTI, IONQ. Just kind of, we're looking at little pops here, but there's just hard resistance. And, they've just been trading within that range, right? So just money's not flowing there right now. So that's the issue. So even if that news comes out, we see that pop, the sector or the that particular basket, since it has that pressure, it's going to be hard for any stocks related to it to break out or hold a sustained breakout, right? Just like we see silver pulling up so many of those mining companies with it. That's how I look at it. Amir, how do you rate news on CRWV? Yeah, I mean, I'd say like at least a 7 for sure, maybe 8. We already have volume coming in as well. Good volume in a decent volume in the pre-market. So we definitely want to watch this name at the open. Okay, I have a bunch of other names that are on watch that are just sort of on the back burner. I won't cover all of them. Let me open it up real quick for questions. There's a lot of stocks that we've been that have been in the basket, and I keep on watch because they volume flows into them every so often. Another one is Moderna. We talked about it. I didn't take any trades on it. We had strong moves though. Wednesday, Thursday, pull back on Friday. So this one, this one was it's a hot stock based on its offering, the vaccine. And it was pretty much its one offering. So when the vaccine became less significant, we saw that stock sort of pull back, right, and lose a lot of its value. So they released news that they came out with another product, and that's what caused the rally. So that was 2 strong moves. That was Wednesday, Thursday, and then pull back on Friday. So just things like that I'm sort of keeping on the back burner. All right. Yeah, Jason. Yep. CRWV. It's probably like number one. It's number one. I'd say number one opportunity for today. Catalyst is very strong. Higher time frame level that it's breaking out of potentially is really strong. So it's a really good, really strong setup. At least B plus A, if not A. So it's one of the top. I know it's more expensive. If you're all right. Any other questions? Let's talk. So yeah, I have this very good call out. Yeah, it's a really strong one. And I mean, the news just came out too. I wasn't even. I just saw the spike in the news right before. Like this morning, I didn't have it last night, So it was this morning, so that one had to add it to the list. All right. Let me see. I think I got everything. Yeah, there's a few others like Rocket Labs, RCAT. Just keep it. Whatever you had, like whatever we traded last week, I have on watch. I'll have my screen here that will be we'll be using for the live, and I have another screen with other tickers. So just excuse me. Still come over that cold, but excuse me. I'm sorry. So for the small account challenge, what I'm going to do is for those that are in the live access, we're going to stream it. We'll be on Zoom, but we'll stream the Dash Trader Pro from like Vimeo or something. So I'll set that up and send a link to you as well. All right, Ashley. So you look at the scanners and through your pre-made list for volume every morning. Yeah. So I'll look at the scanners, and it's kind of like in the course, there's that diagram here where it's like there's two things. It's like I'll have my watch list, right? My watch list. They may not be in play, but I'll keep things in the watch list, right? And then I'm trying to build my game plan. So I'll like if something is in my watch list from the previous day, I'll look at it, just see what happened for that day. If it trended, if it kept, breaking resistance levels, it'll stay in the watch list. And if it lines up to my in play criteria, then I'll move it into the game plan. And whatever's not in my in play whatever is not in play, I'll move it out of the game plan, right? So it's kind of like this, just kind of like in and out, rotating stocks. Back to the watch list, up to the game plan. That's kind of how it's going. Like, and then just take things just all the way out of the watch list, right? So the game plan is sourcing from the scanner, what was already in my watch list, right? And maybe some news comes out, I hear about something, and it's stock is in play. I put it in the game plan. So just kind of managing this, all the time. So watch list is just kind of things I've been looking at, but that game plan is like, all right, hey, today these match up to my checklist, and this is what I'm going to trade. So normally I come on here, I'm just sharing that, like CRWV, the rare earth names, talked about silver, a few other names we discussed. That's the game plan. But I have a bunch of stuff in the watch list that are potentials. It's things that they've been in play. SNDK, Micron, these are stocks that have moved. I'll just show you what I mean. They may not be in play for me today, but just kind of I have them in the watch list because they've been in play. So what I mean by this is, if you look at Micron, it's been trending, and we took advantage of it, several days throughout January. But it's just in this range right now, so it's not in play for me. It's in the bottom of that range. And but just keeping it on watch for a breakout. If it breaks out of these levels, then I may throw it into the game plan. Just kind of managing like that. All right. And what I'm trying to do also, one more note, I'm triaging. I'm trying to keep the best at the top of the game plan. So CRVW, it comes, CRWV, when it came, it was like, oh, this is better than everything else. It's like, boom, okay, let me put that at the top, and everything else is second. Then something better comes up, above that, then it's like, all right, I have those two, and those are the absolute best. All right, so that's what I'm trying to always surface the best at the top, and I'll demote stocks if they don't have the same strength. Right, so it's kind of like this rating. I'm rating things always. It's like the running dialogue. Out of 10, what is this rate? Okay, CRWV, let's say, that rate's an 8. USAR, that's like a 5 or 6. Right. So I'm just kind of rating, and then I'm just gonna when I set up my charts here, I have different layouts. When I set up my charts, wherever my eyes function the best, I'll put like, all right, CRWV maybe right there. Then I'll have, let's say maybe like USAR will be here, and then I'll just start to build out. I'll put everything else that was in that game plan around. And I look at it a lot just because I'm used to it. But if you you probably just want to have 2 or 3, and that's it. All right, y'all, let's do it. So I'm just gonna set everything up on my side. Let's keep a watch on the scan as well. I see something pop up. All right, so if you're on the stream, if you want to get access to the small account, my Accelerator Pro is going to be live execution, live P&L for 20 trading days. Just hit me at support@profitxtrading.com. It's going to be good. And I'll be coming on YouTube dropping some videos about the results as soon as it starts. Hope you have